Hey guys, welcome to a new video. So I know that I have not been uploading much. I have not been vlogging, nothing like that. I just, mental moments, okay? Working on myself moments. And YouTube has always been a priority for me. I kind of talked about this in my last video where I would come on YouTube even when I literally just felt like I couldn't even crawl out of bed to breathe. I couldn't even crawl out of bed to brush my teeth, and I would still be on YouTube and I would just look miserable. You guys have seen me look pretty miserable. It's those times where I didn't choose myself, and I finally said, you know what, I am choosing myself and I'm not gonna be on camera when I literally don't even know how to function as an adult. I hit a little low. I got some bad news. Has been some things kind of surfacing in my brain and things that I have to like absorb and process myself. And then I got some bad news with my last dietitian visit, and this is a video just like updates and such, my weight loss surgery updates. And it's super windy, so if you hear the wind, if you hear some whistling, that's what that is, because I have 6 windows in front of me right now. So first things first, I want to share with you guys these new vitamins that I started taking, because at the weight loss clinic that I went to, they give you like this huge big pamphlet, like it's like this thick, and there's like 80 plus pages, and it's just tons of information, and they recommend certain vitamins, and I don't have them with me physically. They're in the office because that's where I take them every single day. But I will just post a picture here on the screen of a screenshot of the vitamins. It is Alive Women's Ultra Potency Complete Multivitamin. So I just want to let you guys know that I have been taking those for a little bit, and I already feel them like doing their thing. I do have weird medicine anxiety, and sometimes it doesn't make sense. I was fine with taking Delta 8, but then I get like scared to take vitamins. It's weird, I know. So I was holding on to these vitamins for a little bit, folks. I got them off of Amazon, and I was holding on to them. I was nervous to take them because like there's been things where you can like overdose on vitamins without even trying, and I'm just like, I'm scared. I just get really scared with medicine really easily. It's very much trauma-based, but I'm taking the vitamins and I'm doing my damn thing. So I have gotten questions. I'm not wearing my Fitbit right now because it is charging. I have gotten questions though about like, how are you getting your steps in? Because I tell you guys that just naturally around my apartment or like going shopping, whatever it may be, I leave the house, take Twinkie out, whatever. I get about 3,000 steps a day, but I like to push it to 4,000. I like to start off slow with my goals. I don't want to just be like, yeah, let's do 10,000. Not gonna happen. So I get about 4,000 steps because I try. And people are like, how do you do that? What do you do? Like, I don't know if that's coming from like a good place or a bad place, but I kind of just want to explain to you. So right here, I have an island in my kitchen. I like to walk around my island a lot. If I am watching YouTube or if I'm watching a show, I notice that around this time, there are so many shows that I watch. 1,000 Pound Best Friends, which one of my friends is actually on that show. Hello. I like to watch 1,000 Pound Sisters, Family Vacation, Jersey Shore. I love watching 600 Pound Life, and whatever it may be. Whatever I am watching, sometimes I will stand up and I will just walk in place. And I notice for me, walking in place not only makes my heart beat faster, but I feel it more. I feel it in my muscles more, etc., etc. Another thing that I like to do is I like to walk from one end of the apartment to the other, and I'll just do that. And I actually measured it one time, and walking from one side to the apartment to the other one, it was like over 200 steps, and that was just one way. I do take small steps, so that could be why, but either way, I find it rather easy to get my steps in. And I noticed that like just cleaning around the apartment, that's an easy 1,500 steps a day, because I do like to clean and things like that. You know, like going somewhere, make sure to park farther away from the entrance. That's like a really easy one to get your steps in. So I have an update on my ADHD. As you guys know, I feel like I have it. I am almost positive I have it. My psychiatrist thinks I have it. So She recommended me to get seen for that, and I was waiting for a phone call to be evaluated on the phone to even see if I should go to the further steps of being assessed, which are two completely different things. And I officially had the phone call to be evaluated, and they said, yes, it does sound like you have it. So I'm on the schedule to be assessed, but it goes all the way up until like 5 months from now. I guess a lot of people think they have ADHD. I know it's very common, but I'm not going to be seen to even be assessed for like another 5 months. So that is crazy. I was not expecting that, but I know some of you have been asking about that, so I wanted to let you guys know. Revolving like my weight loss and like my way of eating and weight loss surgery and stuff, there's going to be a big change that's happening, and I'm sure there's going to be a big part of you who, oh, I saw this coming, typical Amberlynn. There's gonna be another part of you guys who are like, oh, okay, I get this, I understand. But I feel like it's only gonna be a tiny, tiny bit, a tiny, tiny bit of you guys. Some of you are probably gonna be shocked. Absolutely shocked. But I have to do what is right for me. So let me explain first. So I do officially have a dietitian. To get weight loss surgery, you have to see a dietitian, and you have to get approved by the dietitian to get weight loss surgery. So one thing that is very important when you go to get weight loss surgery, because you are literally changing your anatomy, you are changing like your hormones, the way your body works, your stomach, like it is being taken out. I mean, obviously they leave some stomach, but a lot is happening. Changes your whole anatomy, and it's a big change, physically, mentally, all of it. So you have to be honest. You have to be honest with everything. And seeing the dietitian and seeing the psychologist, I was very, very upfront and honest. I have been diagnosed with binge eating in the past, and I was scared. I was so scared to say that, and obviously, because if you were to binge after weight loss surgery, you could get really sick. There has been people who have died because of it. It's a very scary thing. So with the psychologist, he was able to see that I was past that stage of my life, and I was diagnosed with binge eating about a year ago. And since then, I have seen a psychologist for a year. A lot has changed since then when it comes to like my mentality and what I consider a binge and the whole thing. You guys have seen that firsthand. I showed you guys a binge, I think it was in December, and you guys were like, that's just a normal meal. So the way that I see binging is very different than the standard binging. And that's been hard for me to like wrap my head around. The psychologist said, you know, binging is eating 3 times what you normally would as a person, not what is a normal amount to eat as a person, but you, what is your normal? And I don't do that. That I don't do. I overeat, sure, but I never eat 3 times or 4 times the amount that I normally would eat. This whole being diagnosed with binge eating has been very strange, and I think it's hard and confusing because think of it this way. I am 500 pounds. I have been 572. I have been almost 600 pounds. You can't get that way unless you are eating large quantities of food. Is that just like massively overeating, or is that binging? For the normal person, it looks like binging. Like when I watch 600 Pound Life and they show what they're eating, I've never ate that much in one sitting. And they see Dr. Now. A lot of them, which are my favorite stories, they're successful and they lose the weight, and in like 2 months, 3 months, they get the surgery. I've never in my life ate that much in one sitting. That's why I feel like the show exaggerates. But if they're not exaggerating, fine. I'm sorry. I don't mean to offend anybody. It's just confusing. And I find this part of my journey unfair. Let me explain why. I have not what I consider binged. I have not since somewhere in December. This whole January, February, we're fixing to be in March, I have not ate in a binging manner. I have been doing really good. I have been losing weight, and not only have I been working on that aspect, but I've been working on like my mental more, and just I've been actively choosing these coping mechanisms that my psychologist taught me all of last year. And I had my dietitian appointment, and she told me, this is going to be hard to hear, but if you are trying to get weight loss surgery, this is within their program. Every program is different. If you're trying to get weight loss surgery with this program, you have to go a full year, 365 days without one binge. And that it like broke me. This is the second time I've seen this dietitian. I guess from this point forward, I'm gonna see the dietitian once a month. And my next appointment's already scheduled, so I've already seen her twice. She said the improvements I'm making is amazing, and she's proud, and I'm going in the right direction, etc., etc. But she said I cannot get weight loss surgery for a year. She cannot approve me for a year. And I immediately broke down, and I have been so confused where I'm just like, do I want to share this with YouTube? Do I want to share with them the horribly emotionally just painful side to this? Do I want to put a mask on? Do I just want to seem nonchalant? Do I want to go into detail? I have just been all over the place, and that is why it has taken me a little bit of time to share this, because that tore me. Like it tore me. I don't know what it was, but I immediately had a breakdown in front of the dietitian. I couldn't control it. It was like my insides exploded, and I cried, and it just felt like another obstacle, another thing to just get in the way, because I have been doing everything to get this surgery. I have gotten people messaging me saying, how are you getting through this process so quickly? I've been doing this for months, and I'm not even as far along as you. I have been just like, I wanted the surgery before summer. I did. Since I'm self-pay, that would have been manageable. But since I have been diagnosed with an eating disorder, it's not manageable, and it's not possible. And it hurts, and it instantly put me in this like weird headspace where I was just like, this isn't fair. I instantly thought of 600 Pound Life, where these people, this isn't me saying anything bad about anybody, and I have seriously sat here and I was like, should I even share my true feelings? This is just like what I'm going through. I've sat here and I've been like, they're worse off. They eat way more than I do in one sitting. Why are they able to get the surgery? Why do we have to wait a year? It sucks. I think it's triggering, and it brings up like past trauma for me, where it just seems like no matter what I do, no matter what I try, there's always an obstacle and a roadblock. And last time this happened was when the psychologist said, you can't get surgery for like 2 years. And I was like, you know, and I didn't care as much then, not even remotely close to how much I care now. And I gave up. And it just, a lot of memories flooded, and just failure, you're such a failure. Just that kept popping in my head. And knowing that no matter how much work I do now, it's not gonna matter. It's not gonna matter. All the tests I did, it doesn't matter. And it just, I don't know, it's just like disheartening, and it hurts, and I feel myself wanting to slip into bad routine. I feel like I don't know what to do with myself. What do I do for this year? I just feel like everything was just kind of ripped away from me. And if that's because I got my hopes up, fine. But that's the only reason why I got my hopes up, is because I was doing so well. I was doing so good. I was making the appointments. I was getting the tests done. I was putting the work in. I was exercising. I was losing weight. I was eating the right foods. I was doing the stupid little rules like take small sips, stop using straws. Like, I was doing it all, and it left me feeling so proud. Like, this is just in arm's reach, and now I just feel like it's so far away. And I've had to talk to the dietitian. I've had to talk to Feline. I've had to talk to people in my life who are close to me, and I've had to talk to myself and really absorb, like, what do I do now? Because I think what made it so easy for me to stay on track and to eat how I was eating, because I felt like surgery was right around the corner. That's what I believed in my heart. That's what I felt. And since it's not, like, I just feel like everything came crumbling down. And I don't know how else to explain it besides, like, my mindset has changed. That's the best way to put it. I still want weight loss surgery. Absolutely. And I would love to have it in a year from now. I just feel like it's something else I failed at, because I promised myself I would get it before the summer, or even in the summer. I promised myself that. And I feel like I promised you guys that as well. That's clearly not happening. And now there's just like such a big gap of time for me to just fail. There's so many days to fail. So many hours, so many minutes, so many seconds. And that scares me. So I've had to really absorb the situation, and I know. A lot of you are gonna be like, she didn't even want the surgery. And you know, it's so crazy because I wanted the surgery so bad that that's all my channel has been. That's all my life has been, even off of YouTube. And still there are freaking haters out there who think I still don't want the surgery. It's mind-blowing. It's mind-blowing. When I tell you I broke down after that appointment, I had a fucking anxiety attack, like a full-fledged anxiety attack. I don't know. I get it. Someone with a binge eating disorder can really hurt themselves after surgery. I get it. But I don't have issues binging anymore. And I've never had those types of issues, like eating 3 times the amount you normally would. I've never had that. And it just, like, I don't know, it just sucks. I just feel kind of defeated. And I think I need to switch things up, switch my brain up a little bit. We are not going to be gaining weight. We're going to keep losing, because that is the plan here. So I don't want to explain what I'm going to be doing. You guys will definitely see it in the next video. A lot of people are going to be mad at me. A lot of people are mad at me regardless. So that's just something I'm gonna have to embrace and stay away from the comments, maybe stay away from online besides uploading, because this is also something else I want to talk about. So I have not had an upload schedule. I have like barely been uploading. It's bad, I know, but I'm starting to feel better. It's just, I feel like when it rains, it pours. Like, that's how this last month has felt for me, maybe even 2 months. I just feel like I was focusing so hard on something, and now it's just like, bloop. So it's just, I don't know, it's a lot. But I am gonna go back to uploading every other day, and it's just gonna be vlogs, just vloggity vlogs. I feel happiest doing that. So that's what's gonna be happening. So I'm not sure when that's gonna start. It's probably gonna be like a few days from now. But then when you guys see my next Amberlynn, learn how to speak before you film. When you guys see my next video after this one, then that means, okay, every other day you're gonna be getting content from me. So yeah, I'm gonna vlog today. That's when I'm gonna start vlogging. And we're just gonna go on a vloggity vlog journey. And I'm actually surprised I didn't cry in this video because I've been doing nothing but crying. I feel like I'm mourning something. I don't know what I'm mourning, but I feel like I'm mourning something, and it's a horrible feeling. I feel like there's a lot of people who are like, it's just a year, it's fine. It's not fine, because that gives me so much room to make a mistake. And I'm honest with health professionals. As much as people think that I'm not, I am. I am very honest, and they're gonna hear the true nitty gritty. If I feel that I've binged, or like my version of binging, I'm gonna let them know. And that's gonna restart the whole 100. The whole 100? What am I talking about? The whole year over. And that's scary because I'm Amberlynn. I make mistakes, I mess up, I'm not perfect. And I don't know, it's just a lot. It's a lot. I'm actually looking into getting a therapist. My dietitian actually gave me some therapists that she recommends, so I'm very happy about that. And I need to talk to someone that's clear as ever. So I'm gonna start the whole therapy journey over, and that's fine. It is what it is. I'm still gonna be working on myself, even if I'm choosing to do something different currently. I'm still gonna be working on myself to one day get weight loss surgery. And it's just crazy that this is how things went down. Jeez. Anyways, I'm just rambling at this point. So I'm gonna go, and I will see you guys in my next video, which will be a vlog. So I'll see you guys then. Bye.